Alright, time for some more Core Set 2021 Premier drafting. Premier Draft it's just like real life draft. You sit down with 7 other people, pass some packs around, and everybody takes a card, passes the pack, makes a deck out of whatever they pull. So pretty cool they have this on Arena now. You know, there were problems with drafting with bots. Basically, they didn't pick in the same way a normal human would be expected to. So it was really easy to build like really busted decks against the bots because they just they didn't really value cards right. So regular draft with real people is a little bit more self-correcting than that, and holy mother of God, we got a Baneslayer Angel. I don't know if there's any card in like the entire set that we would pick over Baneslayer Angel, to be honest. This might be just the single best card period in the set for draft. First strike, flying, lifelink, protection from demons, protection from dragons. What matters is 5 mana, 5/5 flying, first strike, lifelink. That is just unbeatable. Like, you cannot, there is no way to race this. There's no way to beat this in combat. You are going to lose if you don't have a removal spell against this. And yes, there will be times we play this and our opponent goes like Faith's Fetters, our opponent goes, you know, a murder spell and kills it, but if they don't, they just lose the game. They just lose for 5 mana, and so you can't do much better than that. Okay, and so we're definitely in white. We're going to be playing this Baneslayer come hell or high water. And besides that, we have Cultivate, which is kind of interesting. It can, I mean, that gets us from 3 to 5 consistently. So we could go like green-white and kind of like ramp up to this Baneslayer, so we could always kind of make sure we get to it. Our other option would be maybe going like roaming Ghostlight, going into blue-white flyers. I don't think any of the white cards here really stand out, like Daybreak Charger. I don't think we want to do that. The other choice is like Havoc Jester as another 5-drop, but I mean, we already have like a really good finisher, so I don't know. Red-white, we probably don't want that many 5-drops in that color combination anyway. I guess we take Cultivate. That also leaves us open to potentially going 3 colors if we pick Cultivate, so I think that's the best. Wow, now I wish we had taken that roaming Ghostlight for sure, because Watcher of Waves or Waker of Waves is really good. Maybe we still just take Waker of Waves. We could also take Rambunctious Mutt, which is probably fine in a green-white deck. Again, we can ramp to it pretty consistently, and it's a pretty solid card. 5 mana, 3/4 enters the battlefield and kills a artifact or enchantment. Most times you'll hit something with it, and even if you don't, I mean, a 5 mana, 3/4 body is not the worst thing, right? I think we just take the Waker of Waves. It's probably a mistake not to take the... Wow, we're just seeing nothing in white, really. Nothing really stands out here. I mean, probably Turn to Slag is like the thing that stands out the most. We could go Blossoming Sands and really make a 3-color deck a reality. I guess we do that. We'll take Blossoming Sands and plan on green-white something, maybe blue. Oh, this is a little bit of an awkward card to play, you know, because its back half is double blue and this is double green, or this is double white. So it makes it kind of hard. We're probably going to be splashing either white or blue, so it's a little tricky. Speaker of Heavens, interesting. So this is a very hard card to turn on, but if you do, you essentially win the game with it. But I think we probably don't want it. We're probably just going to take the Anointed Chorister. That is really good in a kind of ramp strategy. I think Anointed Chorister is actually just really good in general. I've been really impressed with this card. But especially if we're going to very commonly get up to 3 mana, or get up to 5 mana thanks to things like Cultivate. So I think we'd go towards this, and we're going to put Waker of Waves to the sideboard for now, and we want to go towards this green-white kind of ramp strategy if we can. It seems like a good idea. So if we can pick up some more ramp cards, more Cultivates would be ideal. Oh wow, Idol of Endurance. Probably take Idol of Endurance. I mean, there are some situations where Idol of Endurance won't be great. Our other option could be just like an Alpine Watchdog would be fine. Or a Portcullis Fine would be also good, but I think we'll just take the Idol of Endurance. This is one of my favorite cards out of the set, so I'm interested in playing it. It doesn't really go with our ramp theme because you do want like more 1, 2, 3 drops for Idol of Endurance, but I mean, it does let us kind of grind out in the late game, so even if we get like 2 or 3 cards off of this, it's not bad. So alright, we're getting all the janky white rares. 9 lives we will not take. I think we just take Gale Swooper here. The other choice could be like Capture Sphere, which we could splash for with this Cultivate. But I think Gale Swooper is good enough that we just take the Gale Swooper. Another Anointed Chorister, okay. Do we want to take that over Tome Anima, or Turn to Slag is going pretty late, but it's not the best card. I think we just take the Chorister, though. Goes with our plan, and it's also a pretty solid card. And we got a theme going here. We're not really... We have some fixing for green. We have a Cultivate, so we want to be in green, but we're definitely sort of open, you know? I kind of really regret not taking that Spirit when we took the Cultivate. Well, okay. Colossal Dreadmaw is actually pretty good in this plan. We'll take Colossal Dreadmaw. That's something else good to ramp into. This is, I mean, Colossal Dreadmaw is closer to Baneslayer Angel than you might think. Like, I want to, you know, make it clear that Baneslayer Angel is way better than Colossal Dreadmaw, but they both have the same kind of core effect of you have to answer this or you die. It's not something you can ignore. And here I think we just take the Daybreak Chargers. It's fine. Something we can get back with Idol of Endurance. And I mean, imagine playing this when we already have the Baneslayer Angel on the battlefield, or pumping up a Colossal Dreadmaw into a 8/6 with Trample. Seems pretty good. Or hell, even just pumping up an Anointed Chorister to make it a 3/1 with lifelink that your opponent has to trade with. Not bad. I guess we take Radiant Fountain. I guess. I mean, if our fixing is good enough, I guess we can probably run Radiant Fountain. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the colorless land. Here we take, I guess Dub's fine with these double Anointed Choristers. And Portcullis fine, I guess. We're not going to run anything else. Gorehorn, sure. And Fear of the Bitten. Alright, let's see what we get out of Pack 2. Ooh, Sporeweb Weavers. This is a 1/4 with reach and hexproof from blue, and whenever it's dealt damage, you gain 1 life, create a 1/1. So just an amazing defensive creature. Our other choice would be something like Temper Veteran. We are in green-white, so we can probably pick up some +1/+1 counter cards. Fungal Rebirth is also really good. Man, there's a lot of cards in this pack that are really good for us. Swift Response. Ooh, Hunter's Edge. I think we take the rare, but if we wheel like any of these, we're pretty happy about it. So, especially the Hunter's Edge. I think it's almost impossible to get back that Hunter's Edge, but that is extremely good. Sporeweb Weaver is like pretty hard to deal with, though. It blocks everything, and if our opponent does ever deal it damage, it's going to be pumping out little tokens for us, and more importantly, it has hexproof from blue, which means it can't be bounced. There's some decks that just won't have any good removal against it because of that. So, Runed Halo is kind of interesting. Do we take that over a Hunter's Edge? No, we don't. Hunter's Edge is really good. I think Runed Halo is actually good, though. If there wasn't a snap pick here with a Hunter's Edge, we probably would pick that over Colossal Dreadmaw, I think. Just being able, it's basically a 2-mana removal spell, right? You just name some threat from your opponent and it can't hurt you anymore, so I think that's probably fine. Can't pass up a Hunter's Edge, though. Definitely really good here. Concordia Pegasus is not bad. Anything we want to take more? Again, we do have the ability to splash, so we need to kind of evaluate everything. Leafkin Avenger wouldn't be too bad. It would be another way to ramp. It would be another way we get paid off. We do have a lot of 4-power or higher creatures. Is that better than a Concordia Pegasus? I don't think so. I think Concordia Pegasus is actually pretty good in this format. There's a lot of things to do with it, especially if we pick up some +1/+1 counter teams, which we're in green-white, you know. Chances are we'll find some stuff with +1/+1 counter abilities, and putting that on a Concordia Pegasus, making it a 2/4 flyer, is actually pretty good body. We're going to take out this Portcullis fine. I think this is more for the black-green deck because, I don't know, maybe we'll end up running it. It's not a bad card in any sense, but I think the ability to get extra value off the fact that it sacrifices itself, which counts as a creature dying, is really where you want to be with it. If we need to, we can definitely keep it in, but I'm going to take it out for now. Also, the Gorehound, or Gorehorn, it's not very... Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it. Okay, now we definitely... maybe we want to go with Valor's Seed, actually, but now we're definitely... Any +1/+1 counters we're really happy about. So, Conclave Mentor, 2-mana, 2/2. Whenever we put a +1/+1 counter on a creature, we put that much +1 instead. So if we have something that says, like, put a +1/+1 counter on all your creatures, which is a card that exists in the set, it instead says put +1/+1, or put 2 +1/+1 counters on all your creatures. So really powerful in our color combination. And there's Pride Malkin, sure. I think we take that over a Colossal Dreadmaw, because that's something we can actually cast off of our Idol of Endurance. And it does distribute +1/+1 counters. And in the worst case, it's just a 3-mana 3/2, which is fine. So yeah, this deck is coming together. It's also Conclave Mentor plus Hunter's Edge is pretty nice. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature and then it fights. Not bad. I'm liking where our deck is. I'm liking this. Especially because Anointed Chorister, a lot of times when you're like, okay, I'm doing Idol of Endurance, I'm getting back creatures that don't matter all that much anymore, but when you're getting back Anointed Choristers, it's a different story. Those things still matter quite a bit. Bastard's Acolyte, I mean, is good. I think it's better in an aggressive deck, but I think we still take it over, like, Ornery Dilophosaur. Okay, I think this is our pack 1, and we didn't get back much. We didn't get any removal back. Ugh. We just go Fungal Rebirth. And Concordia Pegasus is fine. Gnarled Sage is fine. guess we go with maybe Fungal Rebirth. That is a death trigger that cares. So now we'll go back with Porticulus Vine. And, yeah, okay, we'll take the Battalion. Probably not going to run it. Battalion is usually just a 3-mana 3/2. Like, it's hard to actually get its ability off. Okay, I think this is actually our back one. But I don't know if we want to run 2 Fungal Rebirths, but it's probably better than a Revitalize. We'll put that in our sideboard. Wow, another Chorister. Yeah, we'll take it. We're all about them Choristers, sure. I don't know, I like Chorister. I think it's a really good card. Probably 3 is enough, though. We probably don't want any more Choristers. But, I think Cultivate would be the best thing for us here. If we could pick up another Cultivate, I'd be really happy. Because that gets us up to 5 mana for our Choristers, gets us up to 5 mana for our Baneslayer Angels. Probably will mean our mana is good enough that we can actually run this Radiant Fountain, which is, I mean, if your mana is good enough to run it, it's just some free life gain, which is not bad. Okay, we'll take the Ogre, I guess. Take the Prismite just as a Goblin Piker. And we may, maybe, I'm just actually going to put it in the main deck for now. We do need some, I guess we actually have 3 Anointed Choristers, so even though it looks like we're kind of low in the low drops, maybe we actually aren't, so I'll actually take the Prismite out for now. So we're at 19 cards, because we have these 2 lands, so we're at 19, so I think we're pretty much on track as far as playables go. So hopefully we get some more good stuff out of pack 3 here. I feel like we're in pretty good shape. I think the key card, if we can pull another Cultivate, I think we're in great shape. I think this deck will actually be fantastic. Oh, Rada. Oh my god. Yeah, we take the Rada. We gotta take the Rada. Rada is insane. And we can splash for this, so we're gonna splash for red, is what we're gonna do, which means goodbye Radiant Fountain. Yeah, there's nothing that even comes close to this, I think. I mean, Scorching Dragonfire is nice, but not really what you splash for. Truffle Snout we would definitely play, especially because it comes in with a +1/+1 counter, but Rada is just busted. This card is insane, I think. Yeah. It's basically virtual card advantage, because we can play cards off the top, or we can play lands off the top of our library. So if we would draw a land, we can play it instead, which basically means we drew a card. We got a land out of the way that we would have had to draw. So just really, really powerful. Here, Enthralling Hold is very good, but we're far away from that. Maybe Wildwood Scourge? Okay. I guess Wildwood Scourge isn't great, but I guess we take it. We want some stuff that puts +1/+1 counters on our creatures. Chrome Replicator is actually really good. We probably take the Chrome Replicator here as another good 5-drop, yeah. Because we do have, we can get a double Anointed Chorister, so we're going to want to pick up doubles now. If we can find any like doubles of creatures we already have, we're going to value them more, because when you get this Chrome Replicator off, it is 8/8 worth of stats for 5. 8/8. Spread across 2 bodies. That is ridiculous. Oh wow, Basher's Acolyte. I kind of want to take the Vren Wingmare. Seems pretty good in our deck, but I think we want to double up like we were just saying, if we can. And we already have a Basher's Acolyte. I think Vren Wingmare is what we would take if we didn't just pick the Chrome Replicator, though. So now we've got Choristers and also Basher's Acolyte. If we can pick up like another pair, so another, maybe another Concordia Pegasus or something, we'd be pretty happy. Wildwood Scourge, I don't even know if we're actually going to play this. I mean, the problem is it's below curve, and for it to be good, you have to get to the point where it doesn't matter that it's below curve. You know, if you're casting it for 7 mana as like a 7 mana 6/6, then that's probably good enough. But if you're casting it at 4 mana for a 4 mana 3/3, you're pretty unhappy about it, and especially anything below that, you're really unhappy about it. And, you know, you can imagine like situations like this Conclave Mentor, where it could be. But even with a Conclave Mentor, it's just basically hitting even with that. I think, do we take Truffle Snout or do we take Gale Swooper? I think we'll take Gale Swooper, because again, it's a card we already have. I think otherwise we would have taken Truffle Snout. I don't know if we can actually trigger this Fungal Rebirth all that often. I guess it is an instant, so even if we like block and Fungal Rebirth something back, it's probably fine. We already do have some recursion with Idol of Insurance, so we don't want to be stuck with a bunch of recursion in our hand. So I think we'll go down that. We actually have no removal. I guess we go Sky Scanner. It is colorless, which helps a bit on our mana. And we didn't find any removal besides this one Hunter's Edge in our entire draft, which is a little brutal. Probably go down this Makeshift Battalion. So now we're at, this is a deck. This is our deck currently. And I think it's pretty good. We would have liked one more ramp spell for sure. Oh, Valorous Steed. Can we take another 5-drop? Wow, look at this super late roaming Ghostlight. We could have had a good blue blight deck for sure. I think we take the Valorous Seed over the Wildwood Scourge. Alright, and we're going to take a Daybreak Charger. Yep. So now we can pretty well turn on this Chrome Replicator. We got 3 Anointed Coursers, 2 Daybreak Chargers, 2 Swoopers, 2 Bastard's Acolytes, so hopefully we'll have doubles on the battlefield pretty consistently. And how many ways do we actually have to make +1/+1 counters? We have Pride Malkin, we have 2 Bastard's Acolytes, Hunter's Edge, and that's it. I mean, that's still not bad. Okay, we will take the Truffle Snout this time. And go down, maybe a Concordia Pegasus. Maybe taking down... Maybe Valorous Steed is a little bit too much. I mean, we already do have a good number of 4-drops. Yeah, maybe we go down to Valorous Steed, actually. Is that better than a Colossal Dreadmaw? It does give us 2 bodies for our Bastard's Acolytes, but the +1/+1 counter is probably more valuable on the Dreadmaw. Yeah, we'll go down that. Shield Mate, we're not going to play. Okay, Portcullis Vine, we'll put in the sideboard. We could have 2 Portcullis Vines if we felt like it, but I don't think we need that. We were hoping to pick up a red-green land or a red-white land to help fix for this Rada, because otherwise we're just going to have to run like a couple mountains, I guess. Okay, Defiant Strike. Is there anything in our deck that makes us want this Defiant Strike in there? Not really. Okay, Alchemist Gift, sure. Cage Zombie, and a Swamp. Alright, so we got our deck here. Let's see. Can we play this Rada? We don't have any other fixing. We don't have any other ways to cycle or fix our hands when we get this Rada and we can't cast it. But I think it's just so powerful. We want it. So if we go down 1 mountain here, go up 1 forest... Let's see what our land count is like if we do that. So we've got 8 forests and 8 plains and a couple mountains. And let's count how much mana. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 white pips, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green pips. So maybe we... Do we want to go down to 7 green sources? I guess so, although, you know, we do have this Cultivate to fix. I guess we just don't have any double green spells until we get to Colossal Dreadmaw, so I think it's probably go down one of these and go up Plains and run it like that. I'm excited to see how this deck does. I think it's actually pretty good. The one thing is I wonder if 3 Choristers is maybe enough. I do think Chorister is a good card, but we may come back to the, if we end up kind of flooding on Choristers, basically, we may come back to the deck building here and maybe go up like a Scourge or maybe like a Valorous Steed if we need more in-game stuff. But for a starting point, I think this is pretty good. So let's hop into the game. I like it. Okay, up against Vash Casti, and okay, we do have our Baneslayer Angel. We're pretty far away from having enough lands for our Baneslayer Angel, but if we can just draw lands in a row, we'll be really happy. Because if we can go Conclave Mentor and then Hunter's Edge, we get to double up the counters that Hunter's Edge puts on something. You know, obviously the way this goes wrong is if we just draw a bunch of 4 and 5 drops, but hopefully we hit lands. Alright, Plains, pass turn. This is a hand I think we'd probably actually want to be on the draw, because we just, okay, that's not bad. So I think we just run out Daybreak Charger, pass turn. We're going to run it out this way, because if they have a removal spell, Sanctum, alright, well that'll kill us in 20 turns. Oh, Cultivate coming through in the clutch. Okay, Cultivate is so good. Holy moly, that is ridiculous. That is the best possible draw in our deck by a huge margin. And now next turn we get to run out of Baneslayer Angel, and if our opponent can't answer Baneslayer Angel, they're just dead. That's how Baneslayer Angel works. It doesn't play games. You either kill it or you die, and you have to kill it pretty quick, or you're gonna lose the game anyway. Portfine's Vessel, all right, and a Fetid Imp. Doesn't matter. Baneslayer has first strike, so Baneslayer Angel and no attacks. Do you have the removal spell? Specifically one that can kill a 5/5. They do not! They may not. They just may not have a removal spell that can actually kill it in their deck. So that is Baneslayer Angel. That's it in a nutshell. What they could have something that kills it, but if they don't, you just win the game. It's just 5 mana. You win the game on a card if your opponent doesn't have a removal spell. So just a brutally powerful card. One of the most powerful cards in the set for sure. Oof. And it just auto won the game for us there. Our opponent, nothing they played mattered. We played one card that was 5 mana, and that was enough to win the game. And let's also give a, got to recognize Cultivate as well, because we wouldn't have been, we got to our Baneslayer Angel on turn 4. We kept a 2-lander. We were able to play a 5-drop on turn 4 thanks to Cultivate. So you can't really overstate how good Cultivate was in this game as well. But man, oof, sweet. All right, playing some removal-less Naya, and yeah, we'll keep this. I do worry that we have no removal. That is the one scary thing about this deck. Is we have that one fight spell and that's it. But hopefully we'll be okay. We'll keep this. We're going second, which makes this Daybreak Charger a lot worse, but that's okay. Okay. Probably got enough lands now. Sporeweb Weaver will keep us alive for like ever though, so opponent opts, okay. So if they're actually running opt, I imagine they could just have been like short on playables to run opt, but no, okay. They're actually in the blue-red spells deck. Jeskai Elder, sure. Conclave Mentor, not bad. Yeah, we'll go Conclave Mentor, sure. Fast turn. Our opponent, we're not gonna block here, so our opponent does get in some free attack value here, but that's okay. Sure. No blocks. Opponent gets to loot. Pride Malkin would be pretty good to draw here. Wow, they had the Ghost Light. Why would you discard the Ghost Light? That's pretty insane. Okay. Dub's not bad. We're gonna go Sporeweb Weaver. Sporeweb Weaver is a really good blocker here, because, I mean, even if they do go, like, attack with Jeskai Elder and then, like, shock our Sporeweb Weaver and also hit it with Elder, that means we get two tokens out of that, and they don't get to draw, and also they had to use a removal spell. Crash through. Alright, well that's a little less good. Sure. We will do it. Just kill the Goblin Arsonist. You know what? We're going to kill the Goblin Arsonist, sure. So this way, if they have a removal spell, they're going to have to ping our Sporeweb Weaver 3 times. Sure strike. Well, okay. Never mind. Yeah, maybe we should have blocked the Jeskai Elder. I wasn't thinking of, I was thinking of, like, actual burn spells, but at least we'd still got a token out of the deal. That's not too bad. Our opponent is tapped out here, so I think while they're tapped out, we're going to take the chance to dub our Conclave Mentor. And pass turn. No attacks. Pass turn. Opponent Scry to the top, which is scary. I imagine there's no reason they would do that except that they have some sort of removal spell for this Conclave Mentor. Okay, Spell Gorger weird, sure. Opponent can't really attack here, though. Okay. Here we will cultivate, get a mountain, and a forest. Mountain on the battlefield, forest in hand. And then we'll go... Man, this Goblin Arsonist is kind of a pain in the butt. I guess we attack with Conclave Mentor first. But it takes it. And we're going to go Daybreak Charger. Sure. And we're going to try to block in a way here that both of our creatures die, so we can... Oh my god, what is this? Okay, it makes a 4/4, and they get to return an instant or sorcery from their graveyard to their hand. Brutal. What do they get back? What are they... Sure Strike, I guess? Yeah, they get back Sure Strike. They can't cast it this turn, though, so... That is pretty good, though, a 4/4 redraw card. That feels weird. Okay. Block and block. Opponent still gets to loot. Sure, sure, sure. But we get to clear their board off. Opponent pings us. Ugh, another spell is pretty bad. Okay, Daybreak Charger, and I think we just leave our Conclave Mentor back on defense here. Yeah. We don't want to die to something stupid here. We do want to have them stop looting with this Elder if we can. Well, Rousing Reed. Now it's got flying. That's pretty bad. Gotta need to draw our Baneslayer Angel. We did dig some lands out of our deck, so we're more likely to. We gotta crash through 2. Gonna hit us for a big. No, you don't want to attack with that. Yeah. Okay. Hit us for 4. Get to loot a wee bit. No more lands. We're good on lands for pretty much ever. Wow, okay, well, we can't win if this is what we're going to draw like. We've drawn essentially all lands the last few turns, so not much we can do about that, unfortunately. Drill a possibility. Our opponent continues to go off. We have no removal for this Jeskai Elder. I mean, the fight spell, I guess, would get it done if we could draw anything that's not a land. That is. Hits us for 3, gets to loot. Yeah, Rousing Reed is a really good card. Been pretty impressed by Rousing Reed. Pretty much every time I've seen it, it's been very good. Okay, Basri's Acolytes is... I mean, that's not bad. Basri's Acolytes. Wow, our opponent actually had the counter spell. Okay, oof. That's really good. Man, that would have put 2+1/+1 counters on both of our creatures. Oh, and they have a Goblin Wizardry too. So we're not in good shape. We might just die here. Opponent gets to loot. Okay, come on. No more lands. Jeez. Okay. Well, we have hit. Let's see. We have hit a lot of lands. We've hit 11 lands in the top half of our deck. And they had the removal spell, and that will most likely be game. Yeah, we are going to just trade here. Oh, I guess we're dead. I should have probably actually done that math, but even if we drew well there, I think we were going to die regardless. So that was just a matter of flooding out. We just drew pretty much all lands. Oh well, on to the next one. Okay, up against Epion Prime, and wow, this is a hand. We'll keep it, I guess. Got Daybreak Charger and a Daybreak Charger and a Gale Swooper. Well, okay, Basri's Acolyte actually makes me like this hand a bit more. See if our opponent has a 2-drop. If they don't, we get to hit him in the face with this Daybreak Charger. Okay, that's fine. I guess we should probably still just go Daybreak Charger, if our opponent wants to trade. Okay, opponent does. We're okay trading our 2-drop with their 2-drop. Next turn we can Gale Swooper, get in with Daybreak Charger, and turn after that we can Basri's Acolyte. Okay, well actually, yeah, we're still gonna Gale Swooper. Gale Swooper, Daybreak Charger, attack, pass turn. We might actually, depending on what we draw next turn, we might actually just go Sky Scanner instead of Basri's Acolyte, because putting the 2+1/+1 counters on Sky Scanner and Gale Swooper is a lot better than putting it on a Daybreak Charger that can't really get through anyway. Opponent's on Mardu. I do think this set is kind of hard to splash in. I think they want you to play 2 colors. I will take 3 here, sure. I do think this is, especially after coming off of Ikoria, where, like, I think almost every deck I had was 4 colors. like, I think I drafted 3 colors once and 4 colors every other time. Okay, opponent's just going to play a Prismite, sure. Well, we can't play the Pride Malkin. Yeah, we're just going to play Sky Scanner. See if we draw a green source. We do not. Alright. Attack and... yeah, we'll leave this back. Pass turn. Next turn we can Basri's Acolyte. Put 2+1/+1 counters on our flyers. And, I mean, a 2/3 lifelinking body is not bad. Shuts down this Prismite. And that might just be enough to get the job done. I mean, having a 4/3 flyer plus a 2/2 flyer, that's a lot of damage in the air. Doesn't take long to kill our opponent when we're hitting them for 6 in the air every turn. The dream here is to draw a green source, no blocks, because then we can go Conclave Mentor plus Concordia Pegasus. Well, that's not a green source, but we will go Basri's Acolyte, pump, attack, and attack. Pass turn. Now, we got these guys holding down the ground pretty well. We're not going to block this Death Bloom Thallid, though. They can attack all day long with that thing. Green Source is still the best draw. Siege Striker. That's a pretty scary card. Hunter's Edge. Blech. Alright. Attack, attack. And, I mean, we do have our opponent dead next turn. So, unless they have some sort of removal spell for this Gale Swooper, they are in some trouble. Bastard Ket's not going to do it, and that should be game. Sure, you can get him with Siege Striker if you want to, but it's not gonna do it. I guess if they have Grasp of Darkness. Okay, Infernal Scarring, sure. We'll just chump this Siege Striker, and I'm pretty sure we can't lose. Infernal Scarring is a bad card. Do not play this card, Infernal Scarring. I think our opponent's draft probably didn't go super well. This doesn't have lifelink, right? Yeah, it's indestructible double strike. That's not going to get the job done. Yeah, opponent gets in. We will just eat this, chump here, and that's fine. Kill our opponent. Alright, well, we drew pretty awkwardly there, but we still managed to win. We were pretty much mono-white flyers, and that was good enough. We definitely paid the price for splashing red there, because, you know, otherwise that might have been a green source we drew, and that would have been obviously better with all these green cards in our hands. But in spite of that slight clunkiness, I mean, just putting 2+1/+1 counters on a couple of flyers, that got it done. Our opponent just didn't have answers to them, and we killed them pretty quick. So sweet, on to the next one. All right, up against Yeet the Children, and we will keep this. We got our other rare, our Idol of Endurance. Our non-Baneslayer Angel rare, and okay, I'm pretty happy about drawing a Spore Whip Weaver there. We'll have to decide what we want to do with this Pride Malkin. Where exactly we want to put this +1/+1 counter. Okay, another Chorister's not the worst. We'll attack. Attack with Chorister. Play another Chorister. Probably just Spore Web Weaver next turn, then Gale Swooper, and then maybe put the +1/+1 counter for Pride Malkin on the Gale Swooper. Okay, so they Scorching Dragonfire it, which actually, the fact that it exiles is actually pretty relevant. It hurts this Idol of Endurance. Okay, opponent Volcanic Gyre's our other one. That one at least goes to the graveyard. Actually I think we're gonna Skyscanner here. Try to keep hitting our land drops. Opponent doesn't have much aggro anyway. Okay, we hit our red source, not bad. Llanowar Visionary. Opponent gets to draw a card too, sure. Skyscanner's another great thing to cast back out of our graveyard. We'll hold on to our red source for now, so we'll go to combat, attack with Skyscanner, and do we want to just play Swooper? Or I think we're going to play Pride Malkin, actually, which, okay, we should have done that pre-combat. I was planning to play Swooper before, but thinking about it a bit more, I think it makes more sense to try to get some value out of Swooper's Enter the Battlefield ability. So, yeah, we missed a point of damage there, though. Havoc Jester. Alright. 5 mana, 5/5. Pretty big. Yeah, I think we do trade here. Oh, Baneslayer Angel. Okay. Well, can you kill a Baneslayer Angel opponent? If not, we win. They gotta have Turn to Slag. I think Turn to Slag is the only card in their colors that... Oh, I guess there's also that green mana target opponent sacrifices a flyer, although we can just sacrifice the Skyscanner, so... I think it's yeah, Turn to Slag or bust. You gotta Turn to Slag opponent. If not, Gnarled Sage. Well, that can chump, but it can't actually block. Alright, we will go to combat, attack with Baneslayer. Can't attack with Skyscanner anymore, thanks to Gnarled Sage. Gain some life. Play our Spore Web Weaver. I think we hold on to the Idol. I think we want some more value out of it than just a couple cards. If we have one more card in the graveyard, like if we chump with Skyscanner this turn, we'll probably... That's not a chump, okay. Well, that's a little bit scary. That's a lot of damage. I don't think it can raise Baneslayer Angel, but it is a little scary. Pride Malkin. Alright, so it's going to put trample on both your creatures. So we can't chump either of them now. I guess we do just soak up some damage. Yeah, I mean, we can't chump either. We're going to take most of this damage anyway, but this way we put a bunch more creatures in the graveyard for our Idol of Endurance. Ooh, Conclave Mentor's pretty good. So we're going to go Idol of Endurance. Exile all the creatures in our graveyard. Activate Idol of Endurance. And we'll cast the Spore Web Weaver for free. Attack with Baneslayer. It has first strike, so they can't trade with this Gnarled Sage. And next turn we can go Conclave Mentor plus Pride Malkin, double +1/+1 counters up. Bone Pit Brood, okay. Look at how much damage they have on the battlefield, but it's just, it can't race with Baneslayer Angel. 10 life swing every attack is just too much. Alright, well, we will soak up as much damage as we can, even though this is just going to be soaking up 1. Hunter's Edge, and that just lets us win. I think we're going to do it the fun way, though. Conclave Mentor, activate Idol of Endurance, play Pride Malkin, and attack for 7. God, Baneslayer Angel, so good. So good. Our opponent just outpaced us in, like, pretty much all regards. Like, they had so much damage on board. They were attacking us for freaking, you know, 15 damage trample every turn, and it didn't matter. Just doesn't matter. You can't outrace a Baneslayer Angel, no matter how big you are. So, whew, pretty good. We were still at 21 damn life with all that damage coming across. Insane. Okay, up against the Birdman, 2024, and I'm going to keep this. Baneslayer's just that powerful. I think we play Baneslayer on turn 5, no matter how far behind we ended up keeping this hand, we'll be okay with it. And on top of that, like, this means, like, almost anything we draw is a good spell, you know? If we draw low converted mana cost creatures, we will have stuff to do in the earlier turns. That's, like, our number one thing we want to draw. But if we do just draw, like, more lands, we can just cast our spells and, you know, I guess forests would be bad. Pretty much forests, and even a mountain would be fine if we got one of our red sources, but yeah, I don't want any more forests. Well, hopefully that is, we didn't want another 4-drop with a double white casting cost either. Alright, so maybe I shouldn't have said anything. I think maybe now that I've said we couldn't draw anything bad, our deck is now going to put every bad card in the world on top of our deck. See how aggressive our opponent gets. Red-green. Do they have a 2-drop to follow up this 1-drop? They do. Alright, that's not good for us. Anointer. Or Chorister. Okay. We will just trade this Chorister with the Goblin Arsonist. Just to buy ourselves some time. That's fine. Yep. Sure. Trade with the Arsonist. Get pinged in the face. Come on, Plains. Yeah, there's a Plains. Alright. Nothing this turn, but next turn we can, like, Gale Swooper or something. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Just to trade with, like, their Magmut. And then the turn after that we can Baneslayer, and we should be in good shape once we Baneslayer. Turret Ogre. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to go Swooper here to trade with their Turret Ogre. Sure, we'll give their Turret Ogre flying. And, yeah. Then we'll follow that up with a Baneslayer Angel, and red-green probably doesn't have any good ways to deal with a Baneslayer Angel. Okay, well that's a little annoying. We will still trade with a Magmut. Yeah, we will block the Magmut. We just don't want to die the turn we play our Baneslayer. Alright, they got nothing left. Alright, so it all comes down to this. Can they top deck a way to remove Baneslayer Angel? If not, they lose. And I don't know, red-green has, like, turn to slag. They don't even have the double red mana for that. So they have to top deck, like... There is a green spell that says, like, target player sacrifices a flyer. If they draw exactly that, exactly this turn, we're in bad shape. We are not going to block the Turret Ogre if they attack with it. Okay, they don't attack with it. And we will go... That was actually a really good draw, so we're going to go Daybreak Charger on our Baneslayer Angel. Then Bastry's Acolyte on both of those. Oh my god. So just a little 16-point life swing. just you know, hitting our opponent for 8 and also gaining 8. Good god. Baneslayer Angel. The best. I think we just have our opponent... Oh no, they have this creature with reach, so they're not just dead next turn, but we do get to go Gale... Oh... Opponent. Yeah, we are not going to block. And we should just win here. Yep. Mountain, Gale Swooper on our Charger, and yeah, I guess they can chump with Pride Malkin to survive, but yep, opponent says good game. They just don't even bother to do it. Oh wow, Baneslayer Angel, best of the best, and we got it on our side. So another win chalked up to the Baneslayer Angel. Sweet. Okay, up against RWO Gaming, and okay, yeah, any one land gets us to our Cultivate, which gets us to everything else in our deck, so Gale Swooper is not really what we wanted to see. We can go Concordia Pegasus followed up by Daybreak Charger. The old double horse combo. Okay, well, we're gonna have to draw any land. Any land, come on. Any land, and we're good. It's a test and training. Well, that means it's at 4 power because it checks itself as well. It doesn't just check other creatures. No blocks. We can block this with our Daybreak Charger, though, in the worst case. Wow, okay. We have managed to draw absolutely no lands. Okay, well, we'll pass turn. We will try to trade with this Drowsing Tyrannodon if we can. Yeah, we're in bad shape if we can't draw a land. We're pretty likely to hit it here. We've only hit 2 lands in the top 4th of our deck, so... Well, it's got flying this turn. That's pretty brutal. Gale Swooper. Opponent's not missing their land drops. Oh my goodness. Okay. We'll go Conclave Mentor, and we may just be dead though. We've just struggled with hitting a 3rd land drop. That's unfortunate. Our opponent's had an aggressive enough start to really punish that. Hopefully they don't have another Gale Swooper or another way to bump up this Drowsing Pteranodon. Oh, do they have the fight spell? Okay. Our opponent has just about everything they could ever want as well, which is not great for us. Yeah, we just take it. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, well, play the Anointed Chorister. No attacks. We do have enough power here, or yeah, power here to trade with the Dowsing Pteranodon if our opponent doesn't have another follow-up, so... Cultivate, sure. We've got one of those too. You wouldn't know it, but we do. Good God Almighty, we have drawn poorly. Another Drowsing Pteranodon. Alright. When it just gets in... I guess we have to jump. Whoo! Okay. Alright, we didn't hit... We were... Okay. We were a third of the way through our deck, and we only hit 2 lands, so we were hitting lands as if we were a 6-land deck there, so can't win with those odds. Jeez. Oof. Alright, we're up against FlipDog0027, and I guess we keep this. We got the All Plains hand, which is a little bit less than ideal, but Skyscanner hopefully gets us... Once we get to 5 mana, I'm pretty happy with these Anointed Choristers, so... Skyscanner hopefully gets us there. Alright. Concordia Pegasus, attack with Chorister, pass turn. Come on, Skyscanner, I trust you, buddy. You're gonna get us there. Hobble Fiend, alright. We can still keep pressing the attack. Okay, do we want to Skyscanner? I think we'll actually go to combat, attack with both. When it takes it, I think we're gonna go Conclave Mentor plus Anointed Chorister. And this way, if we draw, like, the fight spell, we're in extremely good shape because we have this Conclave Mentor out. And, you know, as a backup case, we can just play the Skyscanner next turn if we don't draw anything to do. And if the Skyscanner gets us to 5 mana, that means we can start crashing in with these Anointed Choristers as 4/4s. Spellforger, weird. Alright. Cultivate. I think we Skyscanner. Alright, okay, we did draw a land anyway, so now we'll just get in for 1. And next turn we can start choristering. So our opponent's on red-blue something. Okay, yep. Go to combat. Attack, attack, and attack. And our opponent, you know, if our opponent does just kill our Chorister in response to our activation here, that means they had to spend a removal spell on our freaking Chorister, so sure. Yeah, that's fine. Okie dokie. Actually, okay, yeah, we're just not going to activate. That's fine. We'll just trade this with a Hobble Fiend. And we'll go Cultivate, Mountain, Forest, put the Mountain to play Daybreak Charger, and pass turn. Okay, opponent Scorching Dragon fires our Conclave Mentor, sure. Oh, good god, double vision. That is pretty terrifying, and we have no way to kill that. Alright, we're going to have to really press our advantage here. Wow, opponent gets in for... Okay. I don't think they can race this Anointed Chorister opponent. Do we want to run out our Spore Web Weaver? I think the answer is no. I think we just pump this Anointed Chorister and just smash our opponent in the face. And we're just going to try to kill the crap out of our opponent. We are in really bad shape here if they have like a turn to Slag though, and they're able to double that up. Battle Rattle, well, okay. That doesn't really change anything. Oh, another Chorister's nice. Okay, are we just gonna... So if we attack with everything... Yeah, we're gonna attack with everything. Alright, they gotta trade with a Chorister, that's fine. Sure, we will... We're gonna make sure it doesn't tap us out of white mana here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't trust the auto-tapper anymore. Alright, hit our opponent to 3, play our Anointed Chorister as a follow-up. Still have this double vision though, and things can go very bad very quick with a double vision on the battlefield. If they just have doubled up Scorching Dragonfires or something, that's bad enough. Alright, well. Suba, okay. This worries me. It makes me think they could have like a doubled up kill spell. Okay, Baneslayer's kind of interesting. I think we just keep pressing our advantage though. Attack. Alright, we'll activate. So the reason I don't just play Baneslayer here is I'm a bit worried that they have like the 5-mana kill spell that kills anything. And if that's the case, I think we're better off just making them feel like they have to use that against our dorky creatures here. And once we get that out of their hand, then we can run out Baneslayer Angel without fear of it dying. This black man is what spooked me, basically. Okay, opponent didn't have it anyway, so sweet. Just pretty much Anointed Chorister took that one down, I think. Anointed Chorister is like actually really, really strong, so sweet. And we had 2 rares sitting in our hand as like backup ammo if things went sour, but we were able to just put so much pressure on them that we didn't even need to play them, so nice. Okay, up against Iron Pirates, and I guess we keep this hand. It's not super impactful, but we do, I mean, it's functional, right? We got enough mana to cast pretty much anything in our deck, and we have a Pride Malkin into a Hunter's Edge, which could potentially, you know, that's a 4/3 that can kill something, so... Okay, Chorister's pretty nice, too. Play Chorister, pass turn. Okay, they played the Glide Master. We are going to offer the trade here. Opponent decides not to take it. Okay. Bastard's Acolyte was a pretty good draw. Probably going to play that after our Gale Swooper, because putting the counter on a flyer is really good. But we will go... yeah, I think we just go Pride Malkin, put the counter on our... Wow, they're going to cancel our Pride... I guess they're going to cancel pretty much anything we play there, but that's fine. Now we can go Gale Swooper, give our Anointed Chorister flying, and then follow that up with Bastard's Acolyte. Sure. Let's see if they've got another cancel. That would suck. Alright, give our Anointed Chorister flying, attack in, pass turn. Okay, yeah, I think we do just go Bastard's Acolyte. Wow, okay, there's another cancel, sure. Well, okay, we will attack. They want to trade their Glide Master. Okay. We're okay with trading the Glide Master with an Anointed Chorister. Play Blossoming Sands, pass turn. Because the Glide Master can get in the way of our Gale Swooper, so we're glad to just get that out of the way. Tome Anima, sure. Truffle Snout. I guess we just play Play a Plains, play Cultivate, dig some lands out of our deck to lower our chance of drawing them. And it doesn't really matter. We need one red source, but besides that, it doesn't matter all that much. And then we go Truffle Snout, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and attack for 3. Keep pressing our advantage. Got this Hunter's Edge to remove anything too problematic our opponent plays. Well, our opponent had a Hunter's Edge too. Alright. We can Hunter's Edge him right back. Oh, Rada. Okay, we're going to Rada. We're going to play the Forest, play Hunter's Edge. I guess we'll go ahead and do it with Rada. That means we miss a point of damage this turn, but having the +1/+1 counter on our first striking creature is, I think, better. Shipwreck Downer. Okay. So they're going to get the fight spell back, sure. So we're just going to go Gale Swooper and basically force them. I mean, maybe we should have just pumped Rada, I guess. It only gives her... It doesn't give her trample, though, so... It would have forced them to chump. Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. We should have just attacked with Rada and Truffle Snout, and that would have forced them to chump the Rada with Shipwreck Dowser because they couldn't take the chance that we would activate if they didn't block her. Then the Shipwreck Dowser would have just died, and they wouldn't have a target to use this fight spell with. I mean, I don't think it really matters. They're going down to... If they don't block here, they're going down to 1 life, and even if they kill our Rada next turn, they're going to die anyway, so... I don't think it's a big deal, but I think that was the correct way to sequence it, was to attack with these two and force them to jump. Alright, they are going down to 1, but, I mean, even if they fight spell here, I don't see how they survive. Yeah, I mean, they can fight our Rada or something, but they still just die. Yep, opponent scoops it up. Alright. Okay, alright. Didn't play it absolutely optimally there, but we still won. Finally drew our Rada, which is very nice. It looked pretty good. I mean, we didn't get to see it in too much action, but we could have, if we had done that correctly, she has this activated ability that we can do for 4 and a red and a green. That would give her +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, +8/+8, and make her a 12/12 first striker. So our opponent would be forced to chump with her Shipwreck Dowser, just because if they don't, we can activate it and kill them. And in that case, then they wouldn't have a creature on the board, and then we could play the Gale Swooper after if they didn't, so we could have another attacker, but it's alright, everything worked out. But yeah, Rada looked pretty good. We didn't even get to play any land cards off of her ability, but just a 3/3 first striker that threatened to turn into a gigantic monster was scary enough, so sweet. Okay, playing in the finals against Maritime, and we will keep this. A little bit awkward. We have like all 4 drops, but we do have this Chorister. That's something, right? We really just want to hit mana, I think, with this hand. Get up to 5, 4. Well, I guess we got 4 mana now. If we get up to 5, we're golden. Pteranodon, alright. There is 5, alright. Well, we can't attack, but the worst thing probably here is a Cetizen training on this Pteranodon to make it a 4/3 Trampler. That would put some pressure on us. Oh wow, another Pteranodon. Well, that's pretty scary. Okay, well we drew all lands. No attacks. We would have liked to draw something else to do before turn 4, but I guess this is where we're at. But we got Gale Swooper next turn. Igneous Cur. Ew, that's going to let them attack with everything next turn. Alright, well, we will go Gale Swooper on Anointed Chorister. Attack with Chorister. Pass turn. Unfortunately, they can just go pump Igneous Cur. If they have another mountain here, they can go pump Igneous Cur, Garrick's Harbinger. Alright, they don't even have to do that. We will trade. Because we're going to have to trade one of these anyway if we play the Bastard's Acolyte, so... Daybreak Charger, sure. We're going to just go... Is it worth waiting on the Chrome Replicator? I don't think so. We're just going to go Chrome Replicator. Chrome Replicator, no attacks, just as a 4/4. Really bad if they have the fight spell, but they haven't played their 4th land yet, so they could be missing the fight spell. If they go land, fight spell, that's really bad for us, but alright. Well, we will trade here. We don't want to let them draw cards, sure. That also turns off their Drowsing Pteranodon, so we're okay with this. Nake Ochre, okay. Sky Scanner, not bad. I think what we do here is Sky Scanner. Draw a card. Ooh, Dub's not bad. Dub our Anointed Chorister. Give it First Strike and Lifelink. And leave it back on defense for now. This is bad if they have like a Scorching Dragonfire, but... Or the fight spell. Well, they had a Scorching Dragonfire. Okay. That is pretty bad. We got 2 for 1. Yep, we'll take all the damage this turn. Activate the Igneous Curse, sure. That was definitely the best card they could have. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna go... Maybe we go Daybreak Charger plus Bastry's Acolyte is better than... Put her on Sky Scanner. Play Bastry's Acolyte. Put the counters across. Attack for 4. Pass the turn. Hopefully they don't have any more removal. If they have a fight spell too, it'd be really bad. But otherwise we can trade across the board here and just drop a 6/6, which should be pretty good. Okay, we're gonna go trade and trade. Try to just turn off their Drowsing Terrestodon. Force them to activate the Igneous Curse. So that takes up 2 mana for this turn. Okay, we do gain some life here. And we can just follow this up with a... Okay, Truffle Snout, sure. We got a Truffle Snout of our own, haha! But we're just gonna go Colossal Dreadmaw, hit our opponent, pass turn. Hopefully Colossal Dreadmaw is too big for them to actually deal with. I mean, it gets around Slag, Burn to Slag, or whatever that card's called. I guess Sure Strike would kill it. Bone Pit Brute, okay. Ugh. That's a lot of damage. We are not gonna block, though. Or I guess we have to, actually. Jeez. Yeah, we have to block. Brutal. Brutal. We had 1 more life. Okay, Anointed Chorister. Sure. We're gonna go Anointed Chorister. And on our opponent's upkeep... No attacks. On our opponent's upkeep, we're gonna activate Anointed Chorister before they get to draw. Okay. So if they draw a removal spell here, they can't kill our Anointed Chorister in response. Pitchburnt Devils. Alright, that's fine. Pride Malkin. I think here we go... Truffle Snout. Gain 4 life. Pride Malkin. Put a +1/+1 counter on Chorister, and no attacks. See what our opponent does. We want to try to keep this Chorister alive. We might have to throw it away. Alright, here we can go... Okay, here we can take the 4 from Bone Pit Brute. We can block and block like this. Yeah, we're going to do it like this. Hopefully they didn't draw anything. Okay. Kill the Truffle Snout. But now we can start getting in with this Anointed Chorister. Igneous. Well, Igneous Curse is kind of scary. Come on, Baneslayer Angel. Come on, Baneslayer Angel. That would be... Okay, Conclave Mentor. Do we have enough mana to cast that and also activate? Yes, we do. Alright. Conclave Mentor. And do we get in with the Anointed Chorister? I think we leave it back on defense. We are screwed if they draw a removal spell, but we gotta just gotta play this the best way we can. I think we're just throwing away too many resources if we attack with Anointed Chorister there. And Baneslayer is a get out of jail free card for us here if we can draw it. Cultivate, alright. Opponent's taking some lands out of their deck. The extra mana doesn't matter, but the fact that they're less likely to draw lands does. Well, speaking of Cultivate, we'll Cultivate, get a mountain and a forest. I guess we're getting pretty close to double activating this Anointed Chorister, which is interesting. Yep, no attacks. Activate on our opponent's upkeep. It's the battle of the top decks here. Whoever top decks something to break this stall first is in good shape. Okay, sure, we will trade this Truffle Snout with it. That's fine. Maybe that means we can attack now. Saber-Tooth Mauler, that's pretty good. Rada, okay. We'll go Rada. And pass the... No. Pass the turn on our opponent's upkeep, activate Chorister. And next turn we can actually maybe attack in with Rada. That's pretty good. Redraw and also puts 2 damage on the board. Swooper is actually not super great. I guess we can Swooper plus activate Chorister though, so that's fine. Block with Chorister, they can use the Pitchburn Devils to kill the Chorister. Block with Rada, if they have a shock we're dead. I guess we just gotta block with Rada. I think Chorister's too important to give up here. Yeah, we're dead to a shock. Well, that just is what it is though. A turret ogre. Alright, I don't think there was a way out of that. Alright, so that's going to be it for our draft. We did really good though. We got all the way to the finals, and we definitely got our prize money back and then some. So we got 1,800 gems and also 6 wins. And yeah, I mean, I think our deck just showed the power of Baneslayer Angel above all. I mean, probably like half our wins were just getting our opponent killed with Baneslayer Angel, and I think on that board, even on that board where they have all those big scary creatures in our last game there, if we ever drew Baneslayer, I think we just win the game on the spot. So anyway, we will open up our prize packs, of which there are many. So let's see what we got. First rare is Solemn Simulacrum. Great card, tons of value, pretty cool to see in Standard again. Should really drop the price for Commander, which is pretty nice. Maze Mind Tome, interesting card. I've seen some people playing this in Standard in like Artifact Ugin decks, which is kind of interesting, but yeah, interesting card. Alright, another Temple. Temples are always nice, and they do have duplicate protection, so if you already have the Temples from Theros, you open those Temples last, I think, is how it works. Chandra's Incinerator, so this is an interesting card. I think more so in older formats than in... I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the fact that there's an exploded planet in the background on this art. I didn't notice that before now, but I don't know what the story is with that, but yeah, I think in older formats where you have like lightning bolts and you go like bolt, and then play Chandra's Incinerator for like 1 mana as a 6/6 trampler, that's pretty insane. But in Standard, I don't really know. There might be some sort of janky deck you can build around it, but we don't really have the insane burn spells you have in like older formats in Standard. On to the next pack. And Limited, I actually think it's just like basically a 6-mana 6/6 always, so not that great. And we got, okay, Sporeweb Weaver. Would have also been pretty good in our last matchup. And last but not least, we got Gadrak, the Crown Scourge. So Gadrak is an interesting card. 4 more artifacts for it to be able to attack, so it's kind of, I don't know. You get a lot of stats for 3 mana. You get a 5/4 flyer, which is I mean, that's a pretty good blocker, right? So even if you can't attack with it, it's a pretty good blocker, but it's kind of hard to get enough artifacts on the battlefield to actually, you know, unlock it, basically. But the treasure does help with that, but I don't know. We'll see if that ends up doing anything in Standard. I doubt it, especially with the kind of crazy things going on in Standard right now, but it's possible, and it's a cool card at least. You could probably build a fun deck around it at the very least. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up. We had a really good draft. We got all the way to the finals, and that's 6 wins, 3 losses, so we won twice as many times as we lost, and we almost had those finals. I don't know, maybe there's a way I could have played it differently. If I did block with the Chorister there, we would survive the turn, but we would lose our Chorister, and we wouldn't have any more life gain, so I don't know. It's hard to say what exactly I should have done there. I was dead to a shock, so maybe I should have played around that, but in any case, 6 wins is a really good draft. We had a really awesome deck, and man, Baneslayer Angel is just ridiculous. So anyway, this has been 2D. I hope you enjoyed watching, because I sure enjoyed playing, and I'll see you next time.